What have you been wearing?
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Susan, and this is my beautiful sister, Maria.
I know.
And we're going to dive in today to our fragrance roundup of what we've worn this week. So today, we're going to share with you some of the fragrances that we wore this week. Enjoy.
Crazy. Okay, everybody, standing by. The first fragrance I wore this week was Aqua Rose by Gallagher Perfumes. Gallagher is a small fragrance house based in the U.S. Daniel Gallagher is the owner, operator of it. But this is a newer fragrance he actually collaborated with his wife on. It's a floral fragrance, rose dominant, of course, but it's a light, airy, watery fragrance.
Yeah, I should have pulled that out.
I'm going to spray it for Susan, so you can see.
Ooh, that's beautiful sprayer, too.
Right?
Ooh,
Yes.
she's pretty.
Notes of bergamot, driftwood, musk, Turkish rose, banshees, I think, easy for me to say, jasmine, magnolia, orange, patchouli, spindrift, white ambergris, Australian sandalwood, and May rose. And you say, Maria, why? That's a huge amount of notes. And you are correct. But blended together, this
Yeah.
is what it is, okay? It's a watery rose fragrance with the jasmine that comes out to sharpen it up a little bit. But it's not a Mugler's alien jasmine, everybody. So calm down. It's not watered down. Projection is monstrous and it lasts a good long time. So that's Water Rose by Gallagher.
It's awesome. It's beautiful. So my first scent, and I probably wore it 12 times this week, is M.micallef's Note Vanillee. So this one just gets better over time. And it is a really ambery, woody, fruity vanilla.
Pretty.
So it starts out at the top with some citrus. So you've got some citrus notes bang right there in the top. And then you've got a little bit of floral, and they aren't specific as to which floral. To my nose, it's a little bit of jasmine. It's a little bit of gardenia. Here, let me spray it for you.
Please.
She's powdery a little bit. I keep saying she, and this
She.
one is she. I'll be honest.
Oh my.
Yeah. It's one of my absolute favorite scents. And then the bottle's got some gems on it.
Winning.
So
Winning.
Note Vanillee from M.micallef. So beautiful. All right.
The next fragrance I wore this week was by House of Bode. It's Casablanca. I finally went to Neiman Marcus and sniffed around on the Casablanca samples and took advantage of their Black Friday sales. I bought a bottle of fragrance and I also bought their Discovery set. Leave a comment below if you would like an entire line review for us, and we will be happy to do that for you. So this is Casablanca.
It's gorgeous.
It's an dang.
Yeah.
Has notes of the labdanum and mineral notes, and white tea is what opens with it. I love a tea fragrance, especially with those minerally labdanum, and the labdanum gives it almost a little bit of a leathery tone, but not in an overly masculine way.
Yeah, that's true. Feels like a really fluffy, soft sweater, but not like sweet or gourmand or anything.
But just a beautiful, unique scent. It's not particularly floral. It's mostly like the minerals and the tea and the labdanum and things like that with the leather. For having suede in it, which with the labdanum, it could lean very masculine because it could get really leathery really fast, but it doesn't. It's still very soft and it's balanced beautifully with the vanilla and the tea and the minerals.
Yeah.
So that was House of Bode Casablanca from Maria.
I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet just because I just haven't. And I still wear hers. See how we are?
It's sisters.
So my next one is Ganymede by Marc-Antoine Barrois. Beautiful. It's a lovely scent. It leads with saffron and a little bit of citrus. And then this is one that metallic, but it's a metallic that I quite love. Isn't that gorgeous?
I love Ganymede.
I know. Ganymede. And in the middle, it's got some violet and immortelle. And then the base comes in again with that suede, like Bode had, the House of Bode one. And it's such a well-rounded fragrance. And wearing Ganymede, and I want to make out with myself. Lush, but not in a gourmand way in the least.
It's not overly sweet.
It's got vanilla, and that saffron makes it a little sharp at the top.
Sure.
Which I like a lot.
Sure.
And then it's got the woods and the resins because there's some amber at the bottom too, which I love. But then that violet and stuff in the middle I
because
think
it's such a unique scent.
it is. I think the one it first reminds me of is Crystal Saffron from Matière Première.
It's crystal saffron for a second
Yeah. And then it goes so many other
because of
ways.
the violet and everything else
Yeah.
in it. I think it makes it finish off differently, but
Mhm.
it's if you like crystal saffron, you would like this.
So go check it out if you're in the Chicago area. House of DuBois at the Fashion Outlet Mall in
In
Rosemont.
District
Yes.
Necklace. Another fragrance I wore this week was by Latafa. Would have shocked Maria likes a fruity floral, but it's got the mango, bergamot, and orange. But it's a mango fragrance, okay,
It
guys? But
is.
it's not a summery tropical mango. It's
Yeah.
more grown up.
Yeah.
Because in the middle, you've got the jasmine and the sandalwood that kind of warm it up and give it the floralness.
Yeah.
Floralness, is that a word? It is now.
Mhm.
And in the bases, there's the frankincense, which I love a frankincense note,
Yes.
and vanilla and white amber. So it ends up in this warm, cozy place, but it opens up. It's like you started at the beach bar in the
Yes.
morning,
You had a little mango.
something fruity, something.
Delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then as the day went on, you went through a garden and saw some beautiful flowers, smelled the sandalwood a little bit, which is an earth. You smelled an earthiness in the flower garden. And then after that, you go into the evening towards an old church that's been there for 100 years. And you walk
Oh,
in,
there we go. The
they're,
frankincense.
they're burning the
It's-
incense and the
yeah.
frankincense, right? And then they have a vanilla candle burning. And I think that's how my vision is of if I can paint a word picture.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
To your day on the island. Yeah.
Into the warm of the evening. So
Mhm.
that is
Right.
Remus by Latafa.
Beautiful. The next fragrance I wore this week was French Flowers by Matière Première. Oh my word. This
So good.
is so good. It's a beautiful floral. It starts out with some pear and some ginger on the top. So it's got just a little bit of spicy and sweet at the top.
Okay,
And
could I smell that?
yeah, oh yeah. I'll let you smell it. It's
That's
tea.
floral, man.
I know, it's super floral. Some tea, some tuberose, and some
Oh dear, no.
orange blossom. So the big floral punch in the middle, especially with the tuberose.
Yeah.
The tuberose that's super creamy. And then the bottom has more tuberose, and it has a little bit of ambroxan.
Ambroxan, and you have to like tuberose
You
to like
do.
this fragrance.
You smell that pear and ginger initially, but then as it dries down, you just get
It's
a
not
lot more
labelle.
tuberose.
It's not labelle at all.
No,
Because there's no caramel note.
it's super floral. It's almost an herby floral, just because they're such fresh floral scents to me.
Yeah.
So it smells fresh and beautiful to me. And I feel like that excitement you feel when spring is coming. That's how this fragrance makes me feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's French Flower by Matière Première.
Another one I wore this week was Lovers by Fragrance DuBois.
Eh.
It's a beautiful Wrangle bottle, everybody.
I know,
And
with gem.
it's got gems and all the things.
So pretty. All the things.
Matches my sweater.
It
What?
does match your sweater. That's fall colors, but it's not like a fall scent.
It's sweet, spicy, fruity, floral, wood. It's got all of
It's got all
the
the things.
E's in the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's
But it's not messy.
Top notes are passion fruit, plum, ginger, and bergamot. Middle notes are rose, saffron, and jasmine. Base notes are patchouli, cashmere wood, cedarwood, sandalwood, and vetiver.
figure it out. It's not going to give you a stomach ache.
No.
It opens with its passion fruit bergamot, and the ginger cuts through the sweetness of the plum.
Yeah.
Because plum is it, man, everybody. Look out, plum's coming. But this is not a plum fragrance. This has plum in it.
And it's not a passion fruit fragrance. 'Cause
No.
passion fruit can read pretty sour on me, and this one doesn't
Yeah.
at all.
It's got and the passion fruit again has a little bit of the creaminess, kind of like the mango or the
Does
guava
the
that we talked
pulpy
about
fruit, yeah.
before. And in the middle, it's the rose saffron and the jasmine. It's like the holy trifecta
I know.
of traditional Middle Eastern, but it is not a Middle Eastern fragrance.
No, it doesn't read.
It's
Middle
a
Eastern.
very
That's all well.
Western interpretation of that,
Mhm.
right? Because it does have those notes.
Yep.
It's so
Mhm.
fun because it starts out bright and fruity, and in the mid, you get that little Middle Easternness to
Mhm.
it. And then at the end, it's just so nice and warm and cozy. Oh,
It's
I love it.
beautiful.
Oh,
It's stunning.
yeah.
And this is another one that we got at the House of DuBois.
Yeah.
And we'll leave a code where you can go on their website and get a discount. But yeah.
Okay. So beautiful, fruity, floral, sweet, but not too sweet because I think the ginger cuts it down. So
Uh-huh.
it was Lovers by Fragrance DuBois.
So next up for me with what I wore this week is Genesis by Brandt.
Oh,
Brandt
okay.
is a fairly new house. I think they started in 2022, 2023. This is a rose. I love rose fragrances.
She does.
A lot. I do a lot.
Top notes are saffron and cassis. Middle notes are rose and javanol. Base notes are sandalwood, cashmere wood, and tobacco.
It's got some oud, huh?
It does. It has a little bit of oud at the bottom. Their fragrances have this sort of like a round bottom to them, for a lack of a better way to say it. I know, just like me. But it starts out with some saffron and cassis, because the raspberry leaves. All oud. The mid is rose and then javanol wood, which is an oud.
Oh, that's the
Javanol
oud I'm smelling.
Yeah, that's the oud you're
Javanol.
smelling.
Oh,
Javanol.
excuse me.
Sounds like a pill I might take. And then the base has sandalwood and cashmere and
Incense?
incense. Has a little bit of incense that warms the whole thing up.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a sexy fragrance to my
Let me smell it again.
estimation.
What is the dry down? Is it just, what stays in the dry down, I should say?
The rose and the oud.
Okay.
The
So
rose and the oud stay really pretty.
I
Dry
would-
down.
it leans more Middle Eastern, but not
Yes.
in a way like a Mancera or something like that. It
Yeah.
leans Middle Eastern.
Yeah, that's
In
true.
a more elevated,
Yeah,
sophisticated,
yeah.
less punch you in the face.
Yeah, they
kind of
do
way.
describe it as an oriental rose and oud fragrance. So
I'll buy that.
that's their description. And it's just,
Yeah.
it's lovely. Oh, there's a little tobacco in there too.
Oh, okay.
That gives
Okay.
it that little tiny bit of smokiness. So that's Genesis by Brandt.
Genesis.
Mhm.
Okay. Excellent. The next fragrance I wore this week by Latafa, and it's the Body Out Oud Noble Blush. Everyone's losing their mind over, right? So I had to get, I had some bad FOMO and I got it. I did, everybody. Susan
Yeah.
influenced me. She's an influencer.
I got it too.
It's real cute.
It is.
Real cute. I'll let you
Okay.
sniff it in case. It's like a beautiful rose bath milk,
Yes.
I think. But it stays
Yes.
because it opens up with rose milk. Okay. Which is it's a fantasy note. There's no such thing as rose milk.
Yeah.
But it's exactly, it cannot be milk. Truer words have never been spoken. But it's not overly lactonic in any capacity, in my opinion.
No, nor is it overly rosy.
It's creamy, but not milky.
There we
Okay,
go.
everybody. It's creamy, but not milky.
Mhm.
And it has almond and meringue in the middle, which gives it its sweetness.
Exactly.
I like it.
Oh,
And then it closes out with musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. It's like the girliest, fluffiest, pinkiest, happy
yeah.
fragrance.
Happy girl.
It's not like Yara. Okay, everybody. It's not like the pink Yara. Everybody sees a pink bottle, they think it's going to be like Yara. It's brighter than Yara.
Mhm.
And because of the rose milk, it gives it a totally different twist than a lot of the other pink stuff that's coming along,
Yeah. And I think any age can wear her.
for sure. And in my opinion, even if you think it smells icky, it's such a cute
It's so
bottle. Who
cute.
the heck cares what it really smells like?
I know you want to boop her.
It's Latafa's.
Body out oud noble blush. Lots of
It
words.
is a lot of words. My lid is cracking. Look
Oh.
at that.
No. Yes, that's what you get when you pay $30 for a bottle of perfume.
Well, I'm not sure.
Did we drop it?
I don't know. I just
Check it out.
keep spinning that,
There you go. To find the non-cracks.
but I do have my best.
Alrighty.
Okay, everybody.
Not
See.
seen yet.
The last one I have for today is also by the Paradis Descente in red bottle.
Beautiful red bottle.
Cute. Oh, two red
I
bottles
have
from.
one.
And this is an amber musky fruity situation. That's my first take on it. So when you're opening it up, it's got floral notes, black pepper, and then anise. Now, or anise, depending on how you want to say it. And anise can be very tricky.
It can be.
I don't want you to think
nice
like
anise.
black licorice
No.
or five spice
Mhm.
or something like that. It just gives it a little bit of darkness, I would say, into
Yeah.
the opening.
Yeah.
And then it has cloves and lily of the valley in the mid. The cloves, again, that can be tricky, but the cloves are done so well in this
Yeah.
because it's mixed with the floral notes and the
Yeah.
spice and the lily of the valley.
Mhm.
It brightens up the cloves, holds those cloves up.
Yeah.
With a little nest of flowers.
I know. They like to put a little bit of floral just in the middle of things in there.
And of course, a beautiful base of amber tonka musk.
Can't go wrong with that.
To me, it's an extremely wearable fragrance with some unexpected notes.
Yeah, I would say
Right?
that's a great description. Because when I first smelled it, the first things that hit me were the clove and the anise. There was anise candies,
Right.
those red little square candies. But no, it's classier than that. So maybe it has to be anise in this. But yeah, the anise and the cloves hit me first. And then it settled in.
Because of all
to
the good
other
amber
ones.
and everything else that it's melding into. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty. Just delightful.
I'm a fan.
Cheers.
So that's Celestia by Paradis Descente.
All right. So the next one I wore and the last one I wore, but let's be honest, is it really the last one I wore?
It's the last perfume I allowed her to put in the video.
It's true. It's true. So my last one is Valhalla from
Ooh,
Paradis Descente. Isn't that right?
Valhalla sounds like a Viking.
It does sound like a Viking, and it could be a little bit of a Wagner opera, and I could sing a little "Feuer to Fall" here for you, or or put on my hat with the horns. But it's not. It could be, but this is from Paris. Yeah, so the house is from Paris, and Valhalla initially opens as a mango, fruity, orange, pear, bergamot, and mango.
So that's what we wore this week. It's our A list.
Yes,
Okay.
the A list.
A list of what we wore.
And we smelled
Amazing.
Yes.
Some days we smelled like a lot of things, but I assure you, we were smelling good. Thanks everybody for coming and staying all the way to the end. If you are still here, we want you to
comment,
like, comment,
subscribe.
but then what emoji do you want them to put in?
Oh, cherries. Because you're wearing a cherry sweater.
Yeah.
Cherries. Even though we didn't speak of any cherry.
Which is
for
unusual
you.
for Maria,
Yeah.
but I did wear my cherries.
Put in a cherry.
Put in a cherry, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We're still new here on the YouTube, so it would really help us to be able to be shared with a new audience.
Yay.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I would say it's more fruity amber.
Took us 20 minutes to get there,
Well,
everybody.
It's
But we
just
got
got
to fruity amber.